Hello, Dr. Kendrick. This is Kevin. I'm in a group with Steve Djordjevic and Connor Hubble, and our project is Which Muppet Are You? We're going to do a opt-in awareness campaign that mimics popular social media personality quizzes to teach the people that we give this quiz to how everyday online content uses persuasive principles to deceive you and harvest your data. So moving on to the type of attack, this is an educational simulated quiz awareness project. It's not a real attack. It's going to be using survey-based pretexting and profiling attack utilizing a fake social quiz on the Myers-Briggs personality evaluation. That's going to gather information on users and give them an answer. The quiz right now, we're thinking about using Google Forms and then using Google Sheets to actually score it. But we've also talked about using Python scripts and Google Apps script. But right now we're running with Google Forms because it seems the most easily embraced by people. The target audience will be U of A students and those who we give this quiz to through emails and our Discord channels, Facebook, Instagram, things like that. The psychological principles that we're going to be focusing on are reciprocity. We're offering free personalized results in exchange for their data. Maybe people want to know what kind of Muppet that they are or who else has the same Muppet as them. And we're going to use kind of a friendly tone, fun imagery, that sort of thing. Scarcity, we're going to push on people's kind of urgency. Like, this quiz is only available for the duration of the class. You should take it right now while you have access to it. And also social proof to kind of increase our perceived legitimacy. Like, over 10,000 people have taken this quiz. You should too. And also kind of fake logos that we're going to clearly label as fake, like this is an official quiz by Time Magazine or the Jim Henson Puppy Company, to show like, hey, this is a technique that a lot of malicious people use when they're building these things. We're going to get smaller commitments for them first, just to get their foot in the door of like actually starting the quiz, and then gradually sort of escalate our asks, but also making sure not to get too personal. And push on the kind of sunken cost fallacy of like, well, I've already gotten this far in the quiz, I might as well keep doing it. And also the Myers-Briggs personality, the Myers-Briggs type indicator is a quiz that a lot of people know about. It's kind of seen as a pseudoscience, but the U.S. government and many Fortune 500 companies use it. Our main strategies, we're using reverse social engineering strategy approach. As attackers, we will not approach them. They're going to approach us. We're going to have this quiz. They're going to want to take it off their own volition. They're going to be encouraged to complete the survey for their own interests. Our initial ethical reflection, we're going to make sure that we have explicit informed consent so that users know what they're signing up for, that this is purely educational, that they're going to be debriefed afterwards, and they're going to be informed of the techniques that are being used against them in this quiz. Data minimization, we're not collecting a whole bunch of data or a whole bunch of types of data. We're gathering very specific types of data that's only going to be used to give them an answer to the quiz. Our intentions are going to be clear. We're going to debrief them afterwards. And then data storage, we're going to make sure that we delete the anonymous data, but make sure that we inform them also that their data during the duration of the class will be kept, though will still remain anonymous. We have negative externalities and risks. We might accidentally collect PII or sensitive info if we forget to anonymize things or implement questions that are maybe too personal. We want to make sure that we hammer these home and make sure that we're not collecting data that could be linked with people. If quiz responses are leaked or improperly accessed, we want to make sure that all of our data is password protected and make sure it's being kept safe from unauthorized access. We want to make sure we clearly label everything and the techniques being used so that users are not feeling like they're being tricked at any point. Say if we forget to mark that this is not an actual, official, legitimate quiz by Time Magazine, they may feel tricked. And lastly, data isn't being properly deleted at the proper time or stored for longer than it should be. We want to make sure that when this is done, we delete everything and make sure that nothing's being kept. Speeding along to safe and respectful boundaries. This is just kind of a list of things that we want to make sure that we're constantly doing and asking ourselves as we move through this project. We want to make sure, again, we have explicit informed consent. We minimize our data collection. We make sure we put clear labeling on everything. This is strictly for educational use. We have controlled recruitment. We're not listing this publicly anywhere. We want to make sure the data that we're collecting is being securely kept and deleted at the end of this course. We want to make sure that we debrief the information to the users so that they're being educated at the very end. And then we want to make sure we clearly label everything so that nobody feels like they're being tricked. Fake metrics, sources, things like that. Yeah, so this is our idea for our project. I think it's relevant. I think a lot of people take these quizzes and are being tricked. So yeah, hats off to Steve who came up with this concept. It's going to be fun. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great rest of your day.